What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you awesome watch content at least once a week. If you haven't already, please make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland, and it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. In our last video, we reviewed the Ball Engineer Hydrocarbon Nidu, and if you are interested in a dive watch that is unique looking and one that stands out in the dark, then this one could absolutely be for you. Today, we have a new and exciting Omega Seamaster Professional, which is a special edition for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. This one actually has some very interesting changes made to it when compared with the regular Seamaster Professional, and one feature in particular that is getting more and more popular lately. Now let's go ahead and do a wrist check. Today, I'm wearing my Seamaster Professional in blue, which I will put next to the Beijing version later in the video to compare the dial colors. Now go ahead and tell me which piece that you're wearing and why, and make sure that you don't forget the why. Now let's get on to the video. Omega has been the official timekeeper of the Olympic Games on 29 occasions since 1932, and in 2022, Beijing will be the 30th. This role has not only involved the precise timing of many different sports and disciplines, but also the consistent development and evolution of vital timekeeping equipment that athletes rely on, such as a quantum timer that is accurate to a millisecond, pressure-sensitive starting blocks to detect false starts, an electronic start flash gun that replaced a pistol, and many other devices. To honor this history, Omega comes out with a watch for most Olympic Games, and the upcoming Winter Olympics in 2022 will be in Beijing, which this piece represents. But before we move on, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. It's somewhere below where I'm pointing, and that will let me know that you appreciate watching our content. Now let's get on to the features. The Beijing Seamaster Professional has a 42.1mm case width, a 13.5mm thickness, a 49.7mm lug-to-lug, a 20mm lug width, and it weighs in at 196.8 grams. The case has matte finish on the sides and swoops of high polish along the top. A screw-down crown can be found at the 3 position with the Omega logo at the tip. The helium escape valve is manually operated and is found at the 10 position. An exciting feature here is the grade 5 titanium relief bezel, which has a clearly defined texture in the background and high polished raised indices. Now let's see how this beautiful different bezel sounds and feels. Well, this one is extremely precise and it has a great sound. I can see how this is really a precision instrument versus some other bezel actions. I think though that the bezel is actually difficult to grab and it felt a little bit slippery to me. The dial is in sun-brushed blue ceramic with laser cut waves, which adds a subtle texture to the blue dial and different shade versus the simple blue of the standard Seamaster Professional. Since the Olympics will take place in sub-zero temperatures, Omega decided to make the dial what they call the coolest blue. The markers have been rhodium-plated and have the Olympic ring colors that represent 5 continents placed accordingly. Black on the 2 rectangles at the 12, red on the circle at the 2, green on the circle at the 4, yellow on the circle at the 8, and blue on the circle at the 10. Around the edge, you will see brackets that represent the minutes in between the large markers. Omega and Professional can be found in white at the top center, and Seamaster in between in red. The hour and minute hands are sword style and have an opening in the center of each. The second hand has a round, loomed area near the tip and a red point. ZR02 can be found below the hands, which tells us that this piece has a ceramic dial made from zirconium oxide. Coaxial master chronometer 300M/1000 feet can be found at the bottom middle section. The date window is at the 6th position and has a blue background with white numerals. Lume can be found on all indices, the pip on the bezel, and on the hour, minute, and second hands. The hour hand will have a blue lume and the minute hand will have a green lume. The caseback is closed and has Beijing 2022, the symbol for it, and the Olympic rings engraved in it. This piece has a naiad lock, which means that it always will screw back on the exact same way when it's installed, so it lines up perfectly if you have it serviced. The movement is Omega's 8800 automatic coaxial caliber, which is META certified to be between losing 0 and gaining 5 seconds per day, has a 55-hour power reserve, beats at 25,200 beats per hour, and is anti-magnetic to a crazy 15,000 Gauss. The bracelet is a tank tread pattern and has matte links with 4 small high polish inserts in between. The buckle has Omega engraved into it and has a fantastic micro adjust with the push of a button inside. The Omega Beijing Olympic Special Edition is 300-meter water resistant and ready to go luging with you for a wonderful $6,150. Now for my humble opinion. So as an owner of a Seamaster myself, I really like this piece. The relief bezel adds a totally different look to it also, and since it blends in with the case, it lets you really focus on the dial more. I like the texture and quality of the bezel too. They did a really good job with it in my opinion. I like the brushed effect on the dial and the multicolored Olympic style indices too, which breaks out of the boring mold that you'll see typically. It wears great on my 6.5-inch wrist, and you should know that all of the 42mm Seamaster professionals wear smaller than what they are on paper, and most wrist sizes can handle them very well. If I were a Seamaster only collector, and believe me, that is a real thing, folks, this would have gone in my collection along with my standard blue Seamaster, and of course a James Bond is essential. Point being, this one is different enough to be added to most collections and to stand on its own versus the other models. I will recommend this piece to anyone who is looking for a new Seamaster professional, but perhaps would like a special version of it, or anyone that is a fan of the Olympics and is simply looking for a fantastic collectible. Thanks for watching today. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share this with your friends. We look forward to seeing you next video.